Preparing. We are good to go. All right. So we are on another Monday. This is crazy that we are now in the middle of May. We are in a dead sprint, I think, for graduation month. The parties started this past weekend for us, going to Nikki Elsing's daughter's graduation party on Sunday. So super excited for that. Always means to me that we are actually heading out of spring and winter and kind of into the nice months here in South Dakota. So that might even mean Leslie comes to visit us in South Dakota because she won't freeze. So, all right, tonight we are going to spend the majority of the time talking about one of my favorite things, which is launching new products or limited time offers. And this is something that I think is the most beneficial aspect to your business because it allows you three different interactions. The first is upselling the current. The second is winning back the old. And the third is acquiring the new or the no's. And so we're going to really go through that tonight. Whether you're in North America or somewhere else, it doesn't matter. But we're going to specifically relate this to the Axial launch that is happening tomorrow morning. They are bringing back lemonade. And I know we've been hearing from people for probably the past 6 months. When is lemonade coming back? I knew it was coming back, but I couldn't say. And I also didn't realize that it was coming back in May. I thought it was going to be coming back at Activate 2022 and be part of that. But it is coming back tomorrow. So set everybody up for success in the best possible manner that we can to have the most impact. So I want to turn it over, first of all, Tanya, are you out there? I saw you on earlier.
I'm here.
Perfect. So I thought, what better way than learning from a couple people real quick, just how they've taken the opportunity when LTOs come out or new products come out, because we're going to replay all of this again in June, you guys, when the new product launches at Activate 2022. We're doing the same thing. So learn from these guys. They know what they're doing. They know what they're talking about. I asked them just to quickly share what they do. So Tanya, what do you got for us?
Okay, well, first of all, I just want to remind you guys that when it's LTO, limited time offer, that means it's only around for a little bit of time, but that also means that it gives you the opportunity to really pump up your volume. And that means added money on your check. Who doesn't want that, right? So the most important thing, I think, is to really make sure you make the time to let people know about this. Don't just leave it to chance by you putting it in your stories or making a post. Social media is a tool, but it's not the best way to always communicate. So you have to really make sure, schedule the time that you are going to reach out to everyone you know, old, new, and current customers, letting them know, making sure that they are aware that lemonade's going to come out, because it would really be horrible if you just left it to chance with your social media stories and then they came back to you later and they see lemonade for the first time and it's gone, right? So schedule it in or you won't do it and you'll just assume that they'll find out. So winning back the old, just go to your back office and go to your customers, go to your downline list, go to your distributors as well. I know those distributors on my team that love lemonade last time, and they're the people that I text right away. And they were so excited that it's coming out because some of them aren't even on social media anymore. And when you go into your back office and you work on people that are no longer ordering, or maybe even distributors that maybe haven't ordered in a while, or maybe you're just using Pro Tandem, it's a great, you have a built-in warm database right there. So it's the most important tool that we can use. Just letting them know it's been a while and with summer coming, I have the best beverage for you and it's so good and it's our family's favorite. It's a perfect pick-me-up. It could be an Arnold Palmer. You can put it with some gin or some vodka if that's your jam. Call me and text me if you want the insight on this. It launches tomorrow. And your tonality when you're reaching out to people is everything. I don't type messages anymore. I want them to hear my voice, and people love hearing that. And people, if you think that people hear it all the time, they don't. People don't get voice messages a lot. So you stand out above the rest when you take the time to send them a voice message and they can hear your excitement. Upselling the current, message those customers that you currently have, especially the ones that love Axio, right? It's a no-brainer, letting them know the new flavors coming out. Again, the tonality of your voice matters, the excitement matters. Someone that maybe has not tried Axio, it's a great time for them to try something new. It's a great thing for their family. It's a great extra pick-me-up, for the summer, just what I said before. But again, make sure that you do it via voice message and let them know too, remind them that it's less than $1.70 a day, less than $1.70 a day. And then acquiring the new. It's just reaching back to maybe people that are on the fence, using that $10 friends and family coupon that goes a long way for those new customers to get them that $10 off. And then let them know that this is a good time too, for those of us that did that Michael Burnoff, to really flex that confidence muscle. Make no assumptions again that maybe they said no before. Maybe they're looking for that perfect beverage. Maybe they're looking something for their kid that's in sports in the summer. Like, just don't make assumptions and just tell them how excited you are about this launch. You don't have to tell them it launched last year. Just tell them this is a new launch and let them know how excited you are. You've got $10 off with their name on it. And this is a perfect time for them to finally pull the trigger and find a new product for them and their family. They're gonna love it, and ask them to give it a go. And then lastly, if you want to get really crazy, I did this once, I had to bribe her, but get your kiddo to do a Facebook Live with you, or even maybe do a short story that you put in your stories. People love seeing you and they love video, and have them give their testimony of why they love Axio and how they drink it, whether it's popsicle form or whether it's, having a lemonade stand. That'd be an expensive lemonade stand, but either way, use your kiddo. That helps too. Those are my tips.
Perfect. I love it. Thank you so much, Tanya. And, again, I just want to reiterate, it's the same process every time that we have products launching or we have these LTOs coming out. And if you can get really, really successful at introducing these to those different categories of people, that is when you're going to see these spikes in volume happen. And I know for a fact that lemonade is not going to last. Orange Axio will last, in my opinion, a lot longer. And how I would set this up, especially with people who have had it in the past, is why not get enough to make sure that you last for 2022 with Lemonade Axio in your shelves. We know it's not going to expire. Even if somebody bought a year's worth, they will have the opportunity to enjoy lemonade all the time. And keep putting into the comments, you guys, the ways that you are mixing it, because this can give people ideas of different ways to promote on social media, actually being a product of the product and showing people what they're putting their Axio into and enjoying it as we head into the summer months. So I also want to bring on my friend Jill. Jill, are you out there?
I'm here.
Jill, at the hen house, at Fisher Farms, what are you excited about? How are you going to use this promotion? How have you used LTOs in the past?
So last month, using orange cream, which is my favorite Axio flavor of all time, I've literally, with my account manager, he gave me a personal goal that I had to hit, which was like astronomical and insane. And I was like, if you are going to give me orange cream Axio, I will do it. So I did it because I wanted more orange cream Axio. And so with the lemonade, this is my kids' favorite. So just today, I kind of did a mini photo shoot. I made a huge picture of lemonade Axio. We've done this 5 times in the last 5 days. Not even kidding. We are cleaning up our acreage from winter and all the stuff. And they're working hard. And they're like, hey, I'll work hard if you give me Axio. Like, that's my bargaining tool in my house. Like, literally, my kids will clean the toilets if I give them Axio. And it's no joke. They are obsessed with this. And so I use that in my Facebook stories, and I have moms left and right reaching out to me, asking me, what in the world is this Axio stuff? Because I want my kids to clean my toilets. So however your family is utilizing Axio, build on that. Just share it with the world, share it with the people that are watching you, because they're the same type of people you are. And so that's kind of where I am seeing a massive boost every time. I have been waiting a year for Lemonade Axio to come back out. We would drink 3 to 4 a day when we were working on that stinking hen house last summer. And that is literally how we made it through that project, was Lemonade Axio. And everybody knows it. So everybody is paying attention to when that comes back out. And I have one more bag left. Like, I literally have one bag left that I had, like, I've been rationing this stuff for the last year. So I would really, really encourage people, buy extra, because come 6 months from now, you want to be giving this and incentivizing people with this and having the option for people to buy this when it's no longer an option for them to buy it from the company. So that is something that I've utilized. The biggest thing that I've seen with Facebook stories and things like that is care about the person in front of you. They're drinking crap drinks. They just absolutely are drinking crap drinks. And I have not been one to jump on the like mixed drink train much, but this year I have been like, hey, this is what people are doing at colleges. This is what people are doing, who are getting, above 35 years old, and they don't want to feel crappy after one drink. Axio is like a godsend, because if you drink one drink of like a whiskey drink or something like that without Axio, a lot of people feel like crap. And so you just saying like, hey, you're not going to feel like crap tomorrow if you drink this with Axio. People really, really, really appreciate that. Discounts is a big thing. That last month I enrolled 8 new customers, and it was mostly all Axio, the orange cream. And so this month I'm getting them on NAD and continuing that conversation and talking to them about the other awesome products that we have. But if you can at all, you're going to earn a 40% commission off of every first time order that is placed in your business. So if you do a buy 2, get 1 free, you're going to make $60. You're going to, then if you do a buy 2, get 1 free, you're going to give away $50 of that 60. So you're still going to come out ahead. You're still going to make $10 on that sale, but you've gained a customer. And after 3 boxes of Axio, you've gained a faithful customer. So that is huge when you're considering retention and consistency in your business. You want people to be hooked on this stuff. And 3 boxes of Axio, you're not going to find somebody who's drinking that stuff that much that's not going to absolutely fall in love. So Facebook stories, I private message everybody. I make sure that they get a message from me, because not everybody's looking at stories. Not everybody's looking at your Facebook posts. So they get a private message from me, and it is super, super simple. Like, I'm excited about this. You may or may not be interested in this, but this is something that's like going to go away really, really fast, letting you know. Keep it really, really simple, really light. And then utilize the app. You can look back and see who has placed an order for Axio in the last year. And any Axio, like any of your Axio people, really maybe send them a quick Axio drink recipe, like the strawberry mixed with the lemonade. That's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful summer drink that they might absolutely love. And they might branch out of dragon fruit and purchase some lemonade Axio. So those are just a couple ideas. Lemonade is a big, big one, and it's going to, like he said, sell out faster than I think orange cream, because I think I've bought half the orange cream. It's fine. But lemonade is like my kids' favorite. So I'm kind of balancing out my favorite versus their favorite, and just utilize that and have fun with it in your stories specifically, because people pay attention to that. So that's what I got.
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much. And yes, I know the 2 biggest Axio fans in the company are Bill Powell and the Fisher family. So I stocked up with extra orange last year, and these 2 were fighting over who could get the last of my stash. And that's what I found over and over again with these LTOs is I not only want enough to last for me and my household the time that it isn't there, but also to have a little bit on hand if you are in the position to be able to do that, because there's life-changing stories that honestly happen all the time that we hear about with Axial. And when you get that call from that mom that's like, my kid won't drink anything else, this is the only flavor my kid's going to drink, you want to have a little bit extra on hand to not only have for yourself, but be able to share as well until the next time that we get this back in stock. And truthfully, how I would position it right now is I don't even know if it's going to last 60 days. If we still have this around July 15th, I would be surprised. So we want to get people knowing that this is limited stock. It's 20,000 units total, and it will sell out. It's not a question of if, it's a matter of when it's going to happen. And we'll also, this is another opportunity for you guys to stay plugged in to the One Person Big Difference Facebook group. Stay plugged into our Telegram chat, because that's when you're going to hear from us how much inventory is left. Tomorrow, there's probably going to be 5,000 units that fly out the door. And I promise you, the last 5,000 are going to fly out very, very fast. It's a matter of what happens to that 10,000 in between and how fast that goes out the door. But you're going to hear from us how much is left and how soon you're going to have to get in those extra orders to make sure that everybody that's a raving fan of these products have them. But I want to go back to the fact of every single one of these launches, every single one of these LTOs happens in the same manner as far as being the distributor inside of the business. Number one, it's upselling your current customers, the people that are already in love with LifeVantage products. And they might already be taking Axial. They might just be on Protandim NRF2. They might take, a bunch of different products, but the fact of the matter is nobody has had the opportunity to buy this in months and months and months. So reach out to those people that are already fans of everything that we do and see what they want to order and how you can help get those orders in from them. Number two is winning back the old. If you've been in the business for even a little bit and you've gotten some people on products, I would venture to guess the majority of you have people that stop taking product. So this is an opportunity for you to get back in front of them, let them know the excitement around Lemonade Axial and the opportunity for them. Maybe they tried NRF2 and they didn't have something that they felt. Have you guys ever heard somebody tell you, well, I didn't feel anything, so I stopped taking it? You take some Axial, and I think that you have a much more powerful actual feeling, unless you have super high levels of oxidative stress. So maybe that's your opportunity to get back in front of them and say, hey, I know in the past that you tried our products, but I would really like you to take advantage of Axial being on the shelves with Lemonade again and seeing over the course of time what that does for you and getting them back into your business. And then the third avenue of people that we're looking to approach in any LTO, any product offering, we're going to do this again in June when that surprise product comes out at Activate 2022, is acquiring the new or the no's. Nobody ever comes off your database, you guys, okay? If somebody has told you no in the past, every time we have a new product, every time we have an LTO, this is your opportunity to get back in front of them, to just give them some more education, drip on them a little bit more, and give them the opportunity to take advantage of this. Or if you've never talked to them before, period, this is an easy intro into getting them introduced to what LifeVantage is about and getting them introduced to one of our, I believe, most powerful products that we have. I think for me, Protandim NRF2 is always going to be the most powerful product. But I think right behind that is honestly Axial. The amount of stories and the anecdotal evidence that we've seen over and over and over again from people that have had such powerful positive results, that this has replaced things in their life that they shouldn't be drinking. It's helped them, just get healthier, get rid of that brain fog, help that mental clarity, all of that. Axial is one of the most unbelievable products out there in the marketplace. So I know that we only have a few more minutes. Michelle wanted me to ask you guys, is there anybody out there that could real quick just give us maybe a testimonial that they personally had with Axial that they would like to share with the group.
I'm looking at faces. I know they're out there.
I know.
I'll talk, Sean.
Perfect.
For Kevin and I, we've only been drinking it since February, and we used to be buying soda and we're not buying it anymore. And honestly, I was just somewhere and I ended up having a Diet Coke, and I had it was at a graduation actually, and they were out of water, and I had like 2 sips out of it and it tasted terrible. So for us, we've noticed not only energy, the brain fog, the lifting, the mental focus, but it's really helped us kick the soda habit. So, and Kevin loves Dr. Pepper. So it's definitely made a huge difference for us there.
I love it. And the same thing happened to me, but it wasn't soda, it was with coffee. I used to drink probably a pot of coffee before noon, and then I'd switch over at noon to water. And without even trying to stop drinking coffee, I didn't have the desire to drink it anymore. And I was getting, I guess, what I was reaching for that cup of coffee for, I was already getting that. And so then I just naturally stopped. So we hear that over and over and over again, Amy. I love that.
I could speak to Axio.
Perfect.
So first of all, I make it for my grandkids. I do make popsicles for them all the time. And when they come over, they look in my freezer for Axio popsicles. But with yogurt, blended fruit, and then a flavor of Axio of some sort and a bit of water. That's what we do. But I used to buy different kinds of fruit juices and stuff for my grandkids. And I no longer buy fruit juice in my house and give them fruit juice. They always want Axio when they come over, and we do that. And I also absolutely enjoy Axio hot on a cold day, a cool day. It's beautiful hot. It's like a hot tea, and it's just delicious and very comforting.
I love it. Thank you. Thank you. And this reminds me to tell you, I did confirm today in Canada, lemonade will be available through the NFR site. So this is a product that will be available both in the United States and in Canada. We get that asked all the time. And again, this is setting you guys up for success, whether you're in the US market where we have a product launching at Activate 2022, or you're in the Canada market that's getting a new product in early June as well too, to start to hone the skills of upselling the current, winning back the old, and acquiring the new. Isa, what do you got?
Hi, everybody. I just wanted to say I'm with you, Sean. I don't crave coffee the way that I used to. I'm down to like maybe the day, I just didn't even have any this morning. But when I do, I don't enjoy it as much. I've been starting my day with Axio right away. I usually was doing it after I worked out, which was a little later morning. And now I'm starting the day with it. I'm finding that with taking it along, it's just boosting that reduction of oxidative stress, right? Along with all the other benefits. But for me, sugar cravings, guys, even good sugar, like a good acai bowl in the morning or something, I'm not craving that sweet as much. Axio is just so amazing for me. It's just balancing everything out. I like to mix it with the prebiotic and the daily wellness and just drink it all up. But it's a non-negotiable. So, and I give it to everybody. I always have extra in my purse. Guys, always have extras with you. Give it to people when you go through the drive-through at Culver's or something, and tell them you have a gift for them, or, make sure your name's attached to it. So anyway, I love it.
Yes.
Yeah, I just,
Sean,
Sean, I had started using Axio a while back, and it's helped me. Some of the work that I do requires me to go for 16 hours from like 4 in the evening till 8 o'clock the next morning through the night. And on those crazy overnight long shifts, some of the guys that I work with are hitting Red Bulls or just a lot of coffee. And I find with an Axio, it's not charging me, but it keeps me going when at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, when you start really dragging tail. Having that Axio is like, yeah, it's really good. And what I noticed recently was I got a little promotion from Marisa where I got a 15 package of 15 Axios. So I was out of sequence with my Axio and I ran out. And I noticed in the past few days, I've been doing a lot of gardening and yard work. And what I find since I haven't been taking my Axio is by mid-afternoon, I got to sit down. I have to sit down and maybe close my eyes for 10 minutes. Whereas if I'm taking my daily Axio, I just keep going, whether it's working through the night or working through the day on crazy yard work. And again, noticing that I ran out this past couple of weeks, I'm starting to drag a little bit. I'm going, wow, I guess this stuff, not that I'm not convinced about the product, but there's this little instance where you go, oh yeah, this stuff really works.
Yep, just makes it more concrete and solidifies the fact it's doing something. And I will say this, you guys, when we open up the lines most of the time for people to start sharing about stuff, it doesn't happen like this. Like most of the time it's dragging to get a couple people to share. Axio is a game changer for people. So Dawn, let's bring it home. Let's wrap it up for tonight. What do you got for us?
Well, I mean, was it Issa that was talking about coffee? I was a daily coffee drinker for the longest time, really. And it's not like I felt I depended on it, but I really liked it. Yeah. But since last summer, really, it's not, I know this is about Axio tonight, but I tell you, it's the daily wellness and the prebiotic that I start my day with and then transition to Axio. I'm not needing anything else but those. And many of you know, I'm a violin teacher and I teach long shifts there, and my brain's got to be right there because it's your show. The kids don't lay it all out for you. You've got to tell them what's going on, and it's especially the lemonade. I have to say, for some reason, the lemonade really does it. And I've had proof of that because I made the mistake of drinking it after 9 p.m. a couple of times, and I tell you, my head was buzzing during the night. I did not have good sleep, which is actually kind of a great testimonial for it. That means that's what it's doing during the day if we'll drink it at the right dang times a day. So and in fact, I'm in the middle of trying to get a pianist I work with to I gave him some samples. And I overheard Deb Erickson today saying, be careful with the free samples, folks, because free samples are a great way to spend a lot of money for no results unless you follow up with people and say, okay, how have the samples been going for you? And so I'm reaching out to this pianist and saying, okay, let's get your order, basically. So I'm sold on it big time.
No, I totally agree. The fortune is always in the follow-up. If you are, this is definitely one of the products that you can sample, but you have to do it right. Make sure you're following up with them and then leading them to the next step. And, as you're talking about taking it at night, it just like everything else, everybody's body is a little bit different in how they interact with the products that we have. Some people, they say I take NAD at night and I sleep like a baby. Other people say I have to take it in the morning because if I take it after 2 p.m., I just don't sleep as well. Axio for me and Michelle, we could drink a dragon fruit or a lemonade at midnight and fall right to sleep. So everybody's body is a little bit different. And just the key to all of this is getting it inside of their system so they can see how they can work more optimally. So I love this. Michelle is saying Axio calms at night, 100% cumulative. Absolutely agree. So here is what I want you guys to do. Here's the challenge. Between now, which is 8 p.m. Central, and tomorrow morning, let's say by 8 a.m. Central, put a list together of 10 people that you can reach out to tomorrow to let them know that Lemonade Axio is back in stock, but it's going to be gone within the next 60 days, and see if you can get a few orders to come in tomorrow as we launch this LTO. So I am super excited about this. Michelle, do you have anything to add? I know she's dying out there that she didn't get to talk yet. So anything you want to add before we close this up? She can unmute. Yes.
I can unmute. It's good.
Oh.
We're 4 minutes over. I just love you guys. Axio is life, right? How many of us have seen lives transform because of Axio? right? How many stories are out there? How many are coming? I love all the tips and the tricks. Get in Vitality Living, get heavy into Vitality Living today. Put your Axio story into Vitality Living. Have fun, be passionate. You don't need to get deep into the science. You guys, this stuff is amazing. Yeah, we had contractors at our house this past week. I'm like, what are you drinking? Oh my gosh, you got to put this in there. Oh, here we go. Here goes shampoo. Okay, here we go. We got Leslie and Sean. They're having like it's Halloween dinner. Oh, it's got the kitty. There we go. It's an Axio party. There we go. For those of you that don't know, Leslie and Bill's cat's name is Axio. And for those of you that don't know, Leslie used to be like literally deathly allergic to cats prior to Life Vantage products. So Nerf 2, Daily Wellness, all the goods. Oh, Dan Desmond too. And are you doing better, Dan? What the heck? So you
We
guys
have a cat and I'm like, what's going on? I'm totally not allergic at all. It's crazy.
what?
Totally
This
crazy.
is what we've got. Just think about that, people. Just one person, like sharing just that story with everybody. Okay, I know, honey, you were like, she's dying to talk and now she doesn't stop. So here we go. Love you guys. It's Axio World, Axiomania.
Have an amazing, amazing week, and we cannot wait to see how you blow it up with lemonade. And we close out May strong, heading into the product launches in the United States and Canada in June. So thank you.
Yes. Shauna, love you guys. Good night.
Thank you.
You guys.
Bye.
Hey, Stephanie, Jen.